to... Oh, okay, never mind. I saw the Tryndamere and assumed it was a top lane. So it's going to be into a Quinn top. So Quinn top has very high harass versus melee targets, and it should be able to deal with him quite well. So I'm assuming his point is going to be, if he gets pushed out lane, he'll be able to teleport back, stay even on experience and farm, and then he's also then going to be able to hopefully deal with her split push in the mid to late game once he's super tanky. But we'll see how that goes. If Quinn snowballs off that, her roam is quite deadly with her Valor form. Then there's going to be a Karma support, which I've not seen in a while. I like seeing it because I've played a lot of it if you guys have watched the stream in the past. With a Tristana 80 carry, who's very, very strong right now. A Tryndamere jungle, which is meh in my eyes. And then an Orianna mid. Now, Orianna mid is recently nerfed, but still dominant. Like, she's such a good mid laner. She's so well-rounded. She harasses, she farms, she pushes, she duels, she team fights, she disengages. Like, there's just so much to her when she's played well that can just decimate enemy teams. That being said, though, Fizz is pretty good at dealing with her for the most part. The question is how well Orianna will be able to manage her passive, how many auto attacks she's going to be able to stack up on him. If Orianna is able to get those early auto attacks, get that early advantage, then Fizz is going to have a hard time getting into this lane. Because she has a shield, she's going to be relatively difficult to deal with. And looking at the other lanes, it's not as though there's a super easy gank for her. I suppose the easiest gank would be bot lane, only because Tristana auto pushes and Karma doesn't have a hard CC escape. So that's probably where I would expect him to focus his effort, is trying to roam bot. But even still, I'm not 100% sold that the Fizz is going to be able to pick up too many kills. I could be wrong though, so we'll wait and see how that plays out. In the bot lane, Nami Lucian is incredibly high damage if you get off a full combo. That being said, Ignite. The Ignite's lovely, and I'm assuming it's because you're versus a Tristana, you don't want to run heal. But Barrier is pretty much required. You're versus a Tryndamere, you're versus a Trist, you're versus a Quinn, all characters who can jump on you and kill you in a second or two. Orianna as well, her combo gonna be dealing a lot of damage in the mid to late game. Taking the Ignite on a somewhat less mobile carry like Lucian, now that he does not remove slows, is one of those things where you're gambling. You're gambling and you need to get that early advantage in order to really make it work. That being said though, as I said, lots of damage from that combo, so it's going to be on them to push for as strong of a lane as they can. On the split side, the Tristana Karma has some of the best early game damage of any character in the game. Her harass, her zoning potential is amazing, but she's mana hungry. So it's going to be on her to manage her mana properly, to deal with the Nami sustain, because Nami is pretty good at poking, but then has the bonus of having sustain, ways to get back into the lane once it's fallen behind. Whereas Karma is all or nothing. Either you get ahead and dominate, or you fall behind and you just try and survive, because you don't have a heal, you don't have anything like that. They also have nerfed Tristana's early game, so I would expect to see Tristana trying to just farm out and escape from the laning phase. I want to see Karma then applying pressure to keep Tristana safe during that time until she can get an item or two. Once she gets an item, boom, go for it, engage, do what you want. But it's going to be a lot of pressure on Karma to play this lane pretty much perfectly in order to see this go in their favor. Now, to touch back on the jungler picks, both of them are farm jungles. Neither really gank well at all, but Warwick's ganks, obviously, at level 6 are really good with his suppress, right? You're going to just show up, all boom, free kill pretty much every time it's off cooldown. Tryndamere, on the other hand, is going to continue to farm. Unless you're, like, diving his allies, there's not much reason for him to gank. He should farm, get really, really beastly, almost like you'd expect a Yi to do, and then I want to see him split pushing, or just jumping into a team fight and being so much damage that they can't ignore him, and then abusing his ult, obviously. That's not to say that I think Tryndamere is an amazing pick in the jungle, but that's the only playstyle that I think I would see him have much success. Maybe he'll impress me, maybe he'll get some good counter jungling done, or maybe he'll even land some ganks. But that's not generally what a Tryndamere pick in the jungle is going to focus on. I already mentioned a little bit with the top lane. Quinn has early advantage versus Garen, but Garen has teleport, so he's going to be able to remain relatively even unless he gets early deaths. He should be able to just teleport back, buy an item, heal up, and then walk back to lane, or teleport back to lane. Overall team comps. I would actually give it over, and I hate to say this, but I would give it over to purple side. And my reasoning for that is that Tryndamere, if he goes even or gets ahead, is going to be able to spin into the enemy team with an Orianna ball. They'll pull in with the ball, and then he can just go ham on them, whacking their faces over and over. Once they've been pulled in, Karma can launch Mantra Q, Quinn can launch her combo, and it's a poor man's wombo combo. But in the meantime, you have Tristana. Tristana is monstrous in the late game. And you have an Orianna and a Karma to provide a lot of protection for the Trist. It's not the best team comp. I'm not saying that, oh my god, it's like a protect the cog comp. I'm simply saying that they have a lot of options to protect the Trist. The only people who are going to be able to get to Tristana would be Fizz, who's already in a rough lane, and a Warwick if he can ult. So unless Warwick or maybe Garen, I suppose maybe Garen could just like be super, super beefy and run straight at him. But honestly, I think Warwick is really only threat unless they just catch Tristana out, right? It's on Tristana to misplay that. The only legitimate threat should be Fizz. Pentakill in chat's asking if he wants to be in the next workshop. Join the chat rooms. We would love to get you in. We need more people to play in these workshops. We're always looking for new players. All the information is listed in chat, or you can use the exclamation workshop command to get all the information you need. Spectator data unavailable. Cool. I know that there is an announcement that there's a bug with it, but apparently one of my viewers checked it multiple times. They were able to spectate a bunch of different games without any issue. So I understand that there may be some problems, but we're going to try this.
We did it Friday.
Yeah, we did it Friday. We will be streaming in the night. Actually, make sure that you are following Brian's channel, and we will try and get you in for not into our games, but you can like watch us playing other games. We would love to do an EU workshop. We're trying to find an active streamer on EU West so that we can partner up with them and make this work. Yeah, once the workshops are done, we are going to be playing Arcade. I want to give away my tree farm, though. Alright, so I'm just going to spectate through op.gg. I really hope this loads because I don't really want to do viewer games today. I'm adjusting to a new keyboard that I got yesterday, so my game quality would be absolute shit. King of Ham? Thank you for the contact information. I will write it down. Do you have like a personal contact with him, or is it just a streamer you watch? He has 340,000 followers. He's probably not going to be interested, but if we have a personal contact, that would work. Oh, sorry, total views. I'm dumb. I misread completely. Yeah, it has like a Facebook on there. Maybe just send him a message there. You're asking if Brian would play Hearthstone and Duel People. Me and Brian played a little bit of Hearthstone. I don't know, we liked it, and then we're just like, we stopped playing. Alright, so we are into the game here. Just gonna take a quick look at starting builds. Looks like top lane, the Quinn has gone with a longsword build. It's possible she's doing like a Ghost Blade Rush, or maybe even a Blade the Rinking Rush. I suppose Blade the Rinking Rush would make more sense. Oh god, I hate her jokes. I would expected to see her build a Doran's Blade for the early lifesteal, health, and just basically combat stats. But there's nothing really wrong with her starting the longsword, especially if she is trying to get that really early cutlass. Now that Trind invade, I don't understand what you were thinking there. Your early counter jungler is just not that strong. Garen with Doran Shield, that's what you expect. Both junglers starting Machete, both mids starting Dorans. Bot lane starting Dorans, and bot lane support starting with exactly what I do. Yay, they've been watching the stream. Yeah, the early potion advantage is just huge as a bot lane. Anyone have a good MMO to recommend to you? Come play Arcade with us. Go get a beta key. Yeah, we bought a couple of SteelSeries Apex keyboards last night because there was too much clickety-clack from the mechanical ones. So I want to not compliment, I want to criticize. Quinn stayed way too long for the leash. She lost a little... Maybe I just don't play as much top lane. She came to lane really late, though. I would have expected her to come in early and start pushing for level 2. In this case, though, it did work out. She's going to be equal in minions and should be able to get level 2 equal time. But hitting level 2 first is monstrous for your engage potential, for what you can do. Okay, why did you do that? Are you going to try and smite steal it from him? I'm not sure why Warwick spent all the time doing his red, then walking to their blue, warding it, then walking back to his wraiths. Because you're not then going to be able to walk up there and steal it from him in time. That didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Are we selling the other keyboards? We might if, like, I don't know who would want to buy them, but yeah, we have some nice keyboards. I had a really nice SteelSeries mechanical keyboard, but people were always complaining that all you could hear was the clackety-clack and the mouse clicks and stuff. Alright, in the mid lane actually, Fizz going early aggression, lands the Ignite, decent amount of damage, but not really going to do too much. Orianna's just going to be able to potion up and should be too much of a problem. Alright, so there's that early aggression we were commenting on from Quinn. I want to see you using those potions though, there's no reason to stay that low health. Alright, so you do have Ignite, so she needs one full combo and would be able to take down Garen. I like the ward decision to make sure that you're not going to get caught out. Down in bot lane. Lucian was a little close there. Ventriq coming across over onto Nami. Not a whole lot of damage going down though. Now it is worth keeping in mind though. You have sustain on Nami. You don't have sustain on Karma. Karma is almost out of mana, whereas Nami is at 3/4. That bounce was fine, but you needed to stay slightly more in range so that you got the heal off of it as well. I'm not able to land the bubble. That's getting a lot of damage down onto onto Lucian from Trist. Blarg. We do see the triple bounce from Nami healing them up, and Lucian's just sort of poking back in, back and forth. Trainemere coming top for the first gank. Warwick is here to counter gank. I mean, I don't know why Garen flashed. I guess he was scared that there was going to be a crit or something coming out from Trind. But you have enough health. I don't think you're in any danger there. The only risk would have been if Quinn flashed forward and autoed right as Trind autoed, and then she ignited. So Fizz is now being zoned away from farm. That's exactly what you expect to see versus someone like an Orianna who can just bully you out of lane. Fizz tried to make the early play. He tried to go aggressive. Didn't work out. Orianna's back to full health. And now he's getting no CS. He's 5 versus 30. Influenza, please no insulting players in this. They are here to learn. That's the entire point of a workshop. So Nami's staying in bot lane while Lucian went back, just trying to pick up a little bit of CS for herself and soak up some experience. That's fine, but if you are going to do that, you need to be aware of, okay, how much gold do I have? When do I need back to get an important item? Am I going to have enough health and mana to be useful once my AD carry gets back to lane? So in this case, staying is a proper decision on her part. She doesn't fall behind experience, she's still in a relatively healthy position, and is able to contribute to this lane. But I see a lot of support sometimes will overstay and then their AD carries back, but then you're sitting there with like 100 health. You can't actually join or do anything, right? Alright, so W coming across from Karma, not quite able to connect. Q goes through, flashes over it, and Tristana is able to just heal up and walk away. I don't know why you didn't ignite there. If you ignited, you would have reduced the healing from heal, and you would have had the final auto attack anyways there, so you would have actually received the kill. If you're going to flash forward for a combo like that, make sure you're igniting to cancel the heal. That's why you have the ignite, right? I don't like the ignite choice, but if you're going to use it, you have to use it properly, and that was the incorrect way. Alright, so Fizz dodging through, tries to land the ult, drops the ignite, but Orianna is able to just flash out of it. Alright, taking another peek back up at top lane. About 10 CS. Oh, very nice, actually. Not sure why Orianna stayed that long, but nice kill going over to Fizz. Gives him a window back into this lane. Obviously, he's still losing. He's still behind. Okay, you need 110 mana for that, so you're about 10 mana short. Last hit, 1 minion, E, last hit, and then go back. Oh, you just cancelled your recall. I'm not sure what you're doing there, bud. Oh, never mind, it's a spectator bug. I apologize. So yeah, as I mentioned, there is a bit of a CS advantage over to Quinn, but that's what you expect in a ranged bully versus a melee lane. That's gonna start... I think it's just spectator bugs here. Yeah. Hopefully this will unlag soon. You can spin a long time. Oh, and game will now exit. Let's see if I can respectate. I apologize for the delays, guys. There is some issues with the spectate feature in League right now. I hope Riot fixes this soon, because that's just it. We do these twice a week, and 2 out of the last 3 times there's been issues with spectators. Hey, we are back in. I believe they're still lagging out, though. Hey, Barbie. Is he still spinning? Yes, he's still spinning. Alright, let's just watch this, because this is awesome. Womp, 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 womp. Are you sure you don't want to pick up the bell, Brian?
Bell?
Yeah, you said bell. Yeah, we had a fancy brunch. It was wonderful. And apparently they brought us, like, expensive wine and... Oh! Oh. That burst. That was entertaining. But yeah, unfortunately, not really anything to say because we can't even see the plays. I apologize for this, but out of my control. This is Riot's problem. Rito, please. Alright, back in bot lane. Lucian, about 4 or 5 CS up, but not really any big difference. Getting a decent amount of damage on, though, but using a lot of mana in the process. There you see one of the annoying things with Tristana. If she starts her jump, she finishes her jump outside of, like, knockbacks. So, Nami Bubble lands, and then he just, like, hops away after. Alright, so I want to actually watch that fight, because I want to see why they keep fighting here. So we've been over the fact that Fizz is not able to farm. He's not farming any at all, and that's a problem, right? Alright, so you have your ult, you're queuing through, you're auto-attacking, then you're ulting. I usually expect to see the ult used to initiate fights, or using it while you're mid-queue. You need to save your E so that you can dodge out of these skills. Do not initiate with your E. Do not use it before the enemy is using their skills. So if anything, I would be activating W, queuing, ulting while queuing towards them because it's a guaranteed hit, then saving your E to dodge out of the ult, then continue auto-attacking through. That being said, you still don't want to fight. That's not what you want. You need to be able to get farm. Heals really don't do anything for you here. But yeah, in the future, you need to make sure that you're swapping that around properly. Alright, Tournament coming top yet again. What are you doing, buddy? I really don't understand. Alright, we get the flash ult coming in from Warwick. The flash goes through from Quinn. Garen comes through, flashes ults, and picks up a free kill for him. I don't understand why you're ganking Tryndamere. There's no reason to gank. It just doesn't make any sense. That being said, your ult is down. So, second complaint. Why are you under tower? Oh, is it ending the game? Alright. I don't know what we're gonna do then. We'll see. So we don't know how much of this is lag and how much of this is decision making. First complaint, why is Tryndamere ganking? Second complaint, why is Tryndamere ganking well that low? He just like walked in, popped his ult, hit once and walked away. Wait, you can't see anything? Cool. That's fun. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. So basically, Tryndamere walked in with about 200 health, tried to gank top lane, popped his ult, hit once, and walked away. That did not make sense. Quinn then tried to chase Garen, got caught out by a flash ult from Warwick. She flashed away, they flashed in, blah blah blah, she gets caught out, she gets killed. But then Tryndamere, after all that, his ult is down, they know it's down, right? He's at like 300 health, he just sits under tower. So Warwick walks up, Qs him, auto-attacks him, and kills him. So I don't know how much of this is lag and how much of this is playstyle issue, but these are not how you want to play most of these things. Alright, so you used your Q to dodge out of the ult that time. Warwick waited for his ult until after the Orianna ult had gone through, so great job there to make sure that you're not going to get things cancelled out. Good work. They are, or... Oh, it reset itself. I had them ordered originally. Sorry, guys. It resets every time the client crashes, and there's a lot of crashes. There you go. It's all fixed. So I'm going to take another peek down at bot lane. Looks like Lucian's doing the Blade of the Ruin King rush. Not sure if I'm sold on that. I've seen a bunch of different types of build on Lucian, but I'm under the impression that Blade of the Ruin King is never really rushed anymore. I could be wrong on that, though. Alright, Tryndamere, dude, you need to... First of all, use a potion. Because you have a potion on you, right? And then you need to be just off-farming your jungle, right? You're at 18 stacks. That's all well and good. But you can't be staying at this low health, because anyone who finds you is going to be able to one-shot you. And also, well, Warwick has Blood Scent. He's going to be able to attack you when you're low health. You do not want to fall that low. Again, why are you not using your potions? This is just such a dangerous clear. You never want to be that low on health, ever, ever, ever. Alright, so Orianna is trying to come top, is informing her team. Do not join this, Tryndamere. Go back to base, heal. You're just gonna suicide. Again, you still haven't used your potion, so I don't know what's up with this. Alright, so you come in for this low, you just want the assist. I'm cool with that, I can respect that. Orianna, though, because she walks into the bush, would have been able to be easily silenced by Garen. I'm not sure why he didn't, but at the end of the day, Orianna's going to be able to pick up the kill because Garen does not do that. Let's slow this down. I want to see how Fizz does his combo this time. He uses his jump preemptively again, but the ult is already used from Ori, so it's not really any threat. We see the flash going through from him. Quinn tries to come in. They're not going to be able to catch that Fizz, I don't think. He would have to make some seriously questionable decisions to get caught here. Oh, he's being greedy. He wants to still go onto her and pick up the kill. Yeah, just back out, dude. You need to be farming. He's still not really been able to pick up hardly any. So stop focusing on kills and focus on farm. Doesn't matter what farm. Alright, so we do see that dragon is still up. It has had a pink ward on it. It has had a pink ward on it for quite some time. Ugh, I cannot talk today. Alright, so I want to see purple team trying to focus that if at all possible. Pentakill's asking if we bought the Founders Packs for Arcade. I was able to get one of the like ultimate Arcade packs from someone on the stream. They gave it to Requeen and then Requeen gave it to me. It was weird. So yeah, I do have alpha access, but I'm playing on the beta servers because they're better. The alpha servers have been up for months, so it's super old economy and all the land's mostly taken. Alright, so we do see another... I have another crash. Cool. We do see another gank going in top. I would like to keep an eye on where those wards are so I can try and comment on that. But it's impossible to really say if she should have seen that coming or not until we can see those wards. So just give me a second. I apologize for all these issues, guys. It's an issue with Riot, not on my side. Okay, sorry about that. Let's rewind just a little bit. I think we're like, what, 2 minutes ahead? Or are we? When even was this? I think it was around here, right? No. I don't know if I saw any of this, so let's just slow this down. I'm sorry, guys. We're having so many problems. Come on, let me rewind, please. Alright, so Lucian goes through, picks up a free kill over onto him. Nice bubble attempt, actually. That would have been very, very nice if it was needed. Alright, so Nami tries to go through with the ult. Does not connect. You need to be watching that. It is a... It's thick. It's a thick skill shot. But you can't just launch it down the middle of the lane and expect it to hit everyone. You have to angle it in proper ways. We see the Fizz ult does go through. The kill actually ends up going over to Lucian. The Warwick ult popped onto Trondamore. He pops his ult. Lucian trying to return some damage. I would expect Fizz to get this with his dot. He's going to jump in. Trin flashes away. Fizz flashes in. Q's forward. Auto attacks with the Sheen proc and picks up the kill. Hey, so good job there. Back in top lane, Garen's trying to spin his way onto Quinn's face, but she's not having none of it. At this point, she is up. Oh god, these are all misaligned again. I apologize, guys. Not my fault. It's actually down CS now, so she must be spending too much time harassing over farming, because she should not be losing CS. Alright, sorry guys, everything is aligned again. Alright, so Orianna picks up the free tower mid. Yeah, sorry if this game's jumping around a bit. I'm just trying to locate key issues in gameplay, decision-making, attitude, anything we can notice, and then just try and comment on those. This is less about what's happening in the game and more about how it can be improved. Alright, so nice use of sweeper. One of the things even I forget oftentimes on supports, use your sweeper every cooldown. You never really want it up unless you're about to take an objective, right? Unless there's a key area of vision that you need to focus. Nice ult, goes through. He actually picks up the kill. So he's getting quite a lot of kills for himself, but he has less than half of the farm of Orianna. In the meantime, they're just going to push in mid. They swap that over for top tower. Fizz comes through. Goes on to Tryndamere. Tryndamere ults. A lot of damage going on to the Fizzy Fizz. Pops into his Hourglass. Tryndamere is going to be out of his ult. Ult coming across from Nami. Not able to really do anything, though. Does catch out both the support and mid laner, but Fizz is just not in a position to follow it up at that point. Now, here's the thing. You got the slow on you. That's really, really good. You're trying to lock him down long enough for your jungler to get there. Bubble not quite able to land. Orianna is now going to be able to get away because she has her flash. Her W is coming up in 3 seconds. So, and of course she already has a Karma Shield, I believe. So, you're not going to be able to catch this. Try and find somewhere else to go on the map. Don't waste time chasing kills that you can't easily secure, right? Dragon is spawning right now. Purple team did take it last, so compliments to them for watching that timer. Keeping an eye on timers and communicating them to your team is an important skill. It's something you really do have to do in solo queue. Alright, so Team Purple Shields gets Dragon as this poor Tryndamere. Like, he's always low health, but there's so many shields combined with his ult that he is actually being able to bait a decent number of people.
What do you see up there?
Quinn just using her vision, trying to make sure that they are alone. Missing a lot of skill shots. That's not the first Q I've seen her miss by any means. You really should not be missing those. So work on your aim. Don't rush your skill shots. It's not like it's a heavy CC, right? It's a blind. So you're using it while you're in the middle of a trade with them. So do like an auto attack, vault, auto attack, Q, auto attack, or something. I'm not even saying that has to be the combo, but weave your skills and auto attacks together to abuse Trinity Force to the max potential and to abuse the minor CC, the slows, the blinds, that sort of stuff. It needs to be in a fight, not before a fight. You see the blue team teleporting up top. Garen, you are already right there. I don't know why you're using that teleport. He flashes forward. Garen, your flashes have been really weird this game. Maybe you have a reason for them. I don't like your summoner skill use so far. It's not been in the way that you would want them to be. Now, there is no ult from Warwick. Orianna is coming around, as is Trist. So I want to see, yeah, Warwick, just ditch, do not help your team. Do not do this. There's no way that you can help him. In the meantime, Lucian is pushing in bot tower. That's actually a really nice thing to see, and I don't know if it was planned or not, but all the pressure that they're creating top lane, just saying, hey, come fight me, I'm Garen, I spin. And yeah, in the meantime, he's just pushing in bot, takes free tower for himself, continuing to farm up. He's 162 CS, has the most in the game at the moment. And that's actually pushed all the way to inhib tower. Tristan is now going to respond to that, so it's not as though he's going to get everything, but he gets a lot from it. So that's very, very nicely. Nicely done, I should say, sorry. Alright, clearing up pink ward. And in the meantime, they cycle around, push in mid a little bit. I would have liked to see Lucian rotating up for that. Clearing the pink ward was great and all, but if he came mid, Fizz was on his way. You would then immediately have 4 people mid. There's 1 person top, 1 person bot, 1 person in base. So you've just, by rotating in that direction, would have a 4v2. Paying attention to where the enemy team can be on the map, and where your allies can be on the map within the next few seconds, allows you to just simply out-rotate them and pick up advantages essentially for nothing. Now, in top lane, Garen is able to take down Trondomor, but he gets the tower in the meantime. Yeah, rotations are all that matters. Honestly, I would prefer smart rotations in every single game over team fights, without fail. Because they're less risky, and they're less team reliant. Like, you can see immediately, are my allies here? Are they rotating in this way? GG, we just won. Flash ult onto Orianna. I would have liked to see that ult coming out a little bit faster from Triss to cancel that, but at the end of the day, it goes down. Orianna ult should catch 4 people here. Very, very beautiful ult. Quinn combos in a little bit. Karma is not in range though. Karma, if she was able to get that combo in there, would be landing insane damage. In the meantime though, they do a lot. I mean, that should be easy cleanup for them. Tristana just point blank hitting this lovely fishy Fizz and pops into Hourglass. So, as soon as Fizz comes out of Hourglass, he's going to be just blown away. Question is what areas he can jump towards. He actually flashes forward, gets Ignite, immediately killed by Tristana. I want to see Tristana jumping forward towards Garen and slowing with... Oh, never mind. I don't have red buff. I thought he killed the jungler for some reason. Okay, so that was an amazing ult. Very good awareness from Orianna. Great follow-up by the team. I wish Karma was in range, and I wish that Tristana would have been able to hop between targets and clean up a little bit better. But overall, great job. I'm very happy with how that fight went for purple team. Now, on blue side, you need to be aware of where that ball is going towards. You cannot group around it. So that's just an awareness issue and a decision-making issue. They're all just going so hard for that kill. The flash ult onto a target that your team can't really dive is essentially what set that off. Alright, so it's a free Baron. As you can see, Lucian's in bot lane, so there's no one to contest that. I actually agree with him being bot. There's a lot of farm here, and contesting that is not something you want. So I'm totally cool with how he's playing this. And I'm surprised, actually. Karma has Frost Queen's Claim, has Forbidden Idol, but does not have Chalice. Okay, so she's going Twin Shadows first. Maybe it's just me, but I feel that Karma really needs that Chalice. She's super mana hungry. We're going to fast forward this a little bit, try and catch up, because we are quite behind here. Alright, so Tristana trying to go onto Lucian. Gets a little bit caught out, but not going to be taken down. Ooh, that's a lot of damage going on to them. The Mantra E coming out from Karma. The ult goes across onto Quinn, who has just popped what I believe was... Nope. I didn't see her pop anything. I'm dumb. Alright, so Garen walking into the team. Frost Queen's Claim connecting on 3 people. Very nice slow. The Ori ult this time, though, not connecting with anyone. And honestly, that's going to cost you the team fight. Take a look at how your team is positioned here. Your carries are in the front. Your quote-unquote bully, tank, whatever you want to call him, is way in the back. And you've just missed your key CC cooldown. So that's not going to go in your favor. You need to be disengaging this in any way you can. I want to see Karma and Quinn sort of moving up towards each other, though, because between each other, they can bully out or duel pretty much anyone who would decide to show up. Alright, so Tryndamere's decision to engage after that ult has been missed, I do not like. There's no way you're really going to win that. But this is why I wanted to see them together, because you'd be able to shield her. She would vault off of him, you would W, you'd follow up with a Q, chase through, Quinn would clean it up. Boom, free kill. All you had to do is rotate up through this line here instead. That's cool though, like they are both going to live, but with him being so alone, I think you definitely could have secured that. Alright, so 50 seconds left on the ult from Warwick. I'm trying to defend that 2v5. That's risky. You don't want to stay on a tower unless you can defend it successfully. Dying to try and protect a tower doesn't protect a tower. They just take it right after. Alright, they're going to take away blue buff. Tristana getting taken quite low, but Karma's there with the disengage, and they just walk away. Alright, so we see a gank going in on top lane, it appears. I have 3 versus 1 versus Tryndamer here. Now, Nami isn't behind. I want... Oh, no, no. What are you doing, Nami? Oh, God. Sorry, guys. We got another crash. Yeah, we're only doing 1 game. This is ridiculous. But what I was trying to say is that every time I see Warwick trying to engage, he flash ults. And I get that, okay, you don't want to give them a time to react, but you have a support with exhaust, ult, bubble, and a slow directly behind him. So worst case scenario, he sees you coming and swoops away. Alright, we need to back this up a bit. Oh, I can't rewind. Cool. But yeah, basically, I just think the flashes are overkill here. Now, Warwick is here. They're going to be able to pick up this Baron. Unfortunately, we're not able to rewind past where I started spectating again. Alright, everyone is lined up. Looks like blue team just needs to sort of push an end. They're only 3k up, though, so it's not as though this is as one-sided as it seems to look. And that's mostly boiling down to farm. There's oh wait, this is not lined up. I thought it was. Sorry, guys. Okay, so Tryndamere has a farm advantage. Orianna has a huge farm advantage, and Karma has a significant farm advantage. The only really person who's winning in terms of CS on blue side is Lucian, right? And that's a nice CS advantage. It's about 50. But when every lane, or even in this case a jungler, is behind in CS, This is just not really going to work. So what I want to see blue team doing, though, is abusing the amount of gold they have. For example, Fizz has his Lichbane Death Cap Hourglass. Doesn't matter that he got no farm earlier. He's done. He's good to go. They've just taken down Orianna. Unfortunately, I did not get that in time. I apologize. And they've got Dragon. So I want to see them taking 5 people up mid, or even 4, seeing as looks like Garen is going top. And trying to push that advantage. You have 30 seconds. You do have E, good. The Fizz engages keep being very odd. I don't really like them. Wait for your team to be in range and make sure you're zeroing out a single target. I would like to see a DFG on him. The Lichbane Rush, I don't know if I agree with. He got the very early Hourglasses, which is a good pick. But after the Hourglass and the Sheen, I would probably go into DF... Oh my god, I can't spectate this. Sorry guys. This is still crashing. I'm going to try one more time. If it crashes, unfortunately, I'll have to take a look at what the items are at that point, and then just call it. And I'm very sorry for that, but there's not much I can do. Okay, but sorry, as I was saying, I would like to see him maybe go Sheen for early burst, into Hourglass, Source Boots, Deathfire Grasp, finish the Lichbane, finish the Death Cap, then into like Void Staff or something. Only because DFG pretty much guarantees you can zero out that single target. You don't need to rush the Lichbane upgrade, because it's only useful once you have a ton of AP. It's not bad to upgrade by any means. I'm simply saying that having like a DFG is going to do more damage than a Lichbane in your quick combo. So unfortunately, we're not able to see what really came of that fight. I am from Ontario, Canada. Oh, I'm assuming you're talking to him. Never mind. Everything's about me, Brian. Shut up. Alright, so blue team takes a quick tower top lane. In the bot... Oh god, we're gonna crash again. Yeah, on the bot side, we have 2 people, we have 1 person mid, and we have 2 people top. I don't like that Fizz being alone, unless his intention is to assassinate people in the jungle. Now, you have a decent amount of warding on the bot side. This ward shouldn't be here, it should be here, or it should be here. I don't see much point for that. It should be either in this bush, it should be in this bush, or it should be in the center path here. You never just place it right on that. I understand that you're trying to do it quickly. Oh god, sorry guys. Cannot rewind that. Lots of fun. That Fizz just trolling around, jumping back and forth across the walls. But yeah, basically what I was going to say is that Fizz needs a lot of vision in jungle, and especially jungle brushes. Oh wow, that Warwick's getting taken down super fast. He goes a little too aggressive, does not have his team there, gets focused down, and popped instantly. Now, Tristana going in, jumps on top, picks up the kill. Actually, sorry, goes over to Quinn. Quinn gets the triple. We get another leg spike, so probably a penta by this point. Who knows? Yeah, I would expect them to be able to pretty much end the game off of this, because they have 3 kills. It's on the jungler, it's on the AD carry, and it's on the support. The only people up are Garen, who doesn't really do a whole lot in the late game, and Fizz, who does not have summoner skills, and who does not have ult. So, who's going to stop them from pushing in mid-tower, right? You have 2 AD carries, you have 2 shielders. So, honestly, what they can do at this point, they can just walk up mid while these respawn timers are ticking, shield their AD carries, and just pop the tower, pop the inhib, go back to base, heal up, then prep for Baron. Unfortunately, I don't have the timer because, well, I've been disconnected like 5 times. Alright, looks like that's what they're going for, but it's impossible to say with this lag. On the bright side, they're all very speedy. Okay, because we're having these lag issues, I'm just going to pause this. I'm going to go over builds and final comments on playstyle. We're then going to upload that and just be done with this. I'm very, very sorry. I would love to do more for you guys, but as you can see, this is not working. Okay, so quick peek at Garen. He actually did quite well in top lane. He survived, did not really die, didn't really have any issues in lane, and was able to actually farm quite well. He then transitioned into relatively decent split push, but my complaints were he was not using his summoner skills very well. There was a lot of just weird flashes. There was a couple of weird teleports I saw. It was just very, very odd. Now, his build. I believe he went Sunfire Cape into Randuin's then Locket. I'm not 100% sure on the order on the final two items there. I like the idea of Locket, actually. And my reasoning is that Garen actually kind of likes some CDR. It's a pretty good stat on him because he just wants to have the extra damage reduction, the silences, the ult. It's all good, right? I don't think anyone can really argue that CDR does not work well on him. But the shield, you're versus 4 AoEs, essentially. Karma has a lot of AoE magic damage. Tristana has a little bit of AoE, just in, like her explosive shot and everything, but it's not really worth caring about too much. But she gets resets. So having a shield helps you cock block resets to stop a chain, right? To stop him bouncing between 5 targets and getting a pentakill. So that Locket is useful versus her, as well as, of course, the little bit of magic damage she's going to put out. Orianna, obviously, tons of AoE magic damage. Great pickup for versus that. Tryndamere, oh god. I paused. I really hope... Can I just rewind and pause there? There we go. Hopefully I won't have that again. Tryndamere does a little bit of AoE, but obviously that's not what you care about. Quinn has some AoE. So everyone on the enemy team has a little bit of AoE at least, and 3 of the 4 people have either magic damage or resets you need to stop. So Locket is a great pickup. I really, really like it on him. Good decision there. That being said, I would have liked to see I would have gone Ninja Tabby. I would like to see a Ninja Tabby finished up, because you're in the mid to late game now. You're 38 minutes in. So yeah, late game. And there is 3 auto attackers versus you. So I would definitely like to see that upgraded earlier. Warwick, your build is pretty much standard. I usually expect to see Blade of the Rune King on Warwick, though. Or that's what it was when Feral Flare was OP, is you'd build Feral Flare, Blade of the Rune King, Spirit Visage, and then you could build anything after that. In terms of defense is usually Frozen Heart because of the CDR, but you could build pretty much anything you wanted. You've done quite well. You farmed really safely, you had some good ganks, but I didn't think a lot of the flash ults were necessary, and your focus in a lot of fights was a little bit wonky, where you're just I got an ult on the AD carry. Okay, but it's under a tower, they have 4 allies around them, and you have no one to follow up. So there was a few different examples of that I saw. So you need to work on, yes, I can engage right now, but can I either get the kill myself? Which the answer is no, because you don't have any damage. Or can my team follow up? And the answer was oftentimes no. So work on your awareness with that, work on your communication, and make sure that you're on the same page with your team. Fizz went Boots of Lucidity, which I'm not a big fan of on Fizz. It's fine, but you still don't have a DFG. I want the DFG in there so you can zero out single targets with more consistency. Lucian, your build is pretty much what you would expect, but the order was a bit wonky. I'm under the impression that Ghostblade comes first, does it not? I think it's Cutlass, Ghostblade, then upgrade to Blade of the Rune King, Infinity Edge, then Last Whisper. I could be wrong on that. I've not seen many Lucians, so take that with a grain of salt. You did well. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to say anything there. My main concerns, it looked to be just some communication with you and Nami. And I don't know whose fault that was, but you definitely do need to be on the same page as your support. Make sure that you're following each other into whatever engages you can safely do, or make sure that you're saving each other when possible. Nami, I don't like you upgrading Ruby Sightstone. That's the last thing you would ever want to spend gold on. But to each their own. Looks like you're going relatively AP heavier. You're doing Frost Queen's Claim with a Crucible, and then you're going into Twin Shadows. I like all 3 of those active items. I might have liked to see a second Locket instead of the Twin Shadows if you were able to already kite. But overall, these are fine items. I just don't understand why you went with the Ruby Sightstone. I also don't like Boots of Lucidity, because you're overloading your CDR. You're at 35% CDR right here. 10, 20, 35. Oh wait, now you're at 45 as soon as you upgrade this, right? So don't like that. Don't do that. I would expect to see you building Ninja Tabby, because you're versus auto attackers, and you are going to be hit. Wayne, don't know why you have a Warmogs. That makes no sense to me. Get a Blade of the Rune King. You don't have one. You need it if you're going to duel people, in my opinion. And then you also have a Negatron Cloak. So I'm assuming you're going Warmogs into Guardian Angel with just Trinity Force Last Whisper. Trinity Force Last Whisper is lovely, but I still want to see either Cutlass, like an early Cutlass, right? You need that. Trinimir, standard builds, but you need a Blade of the Ruin King. Like, you have no lifesteal on you. And instead of getting the Infinity Edge, get the Blade of the Ruin King so you can actually chase. Yes, IE is wonderful on Trend, but if you can't heal up, you're not going to be able to do anything. Also, a lot of complaints with your low health danger clears in the jungle. You're versus a Warwick dude. If he ever comes to your side of the jungle, he's going to see you, he's going to walk up, and he's going to ult for a free kill. So do not do that. I especially saw you having potions in your inventory while you're at like 200 health and doing like suicide clears in the jungle. Just use the potion. Like, yeah, I don't understand. It made no sense to me. Oriana, some really nice alts, but some missed ones too. Definitely just work on your ball control. Make sure that you're keeping awareness of where things are on the map. Your build is pretty much ideal. Athene's into Deathcap, Void Staff, then Hourglass. That's what you expect. I'm assuming final item would have been... Oh, I don't even know what you build as, like a sixth item. Yeah, you could build anything in that slot. Usually it'd be Banshee's Veil. And that would probably be needed versus Fizz, but you could go something else too if you wanted. Just on a standard build, except... Yeah, Blade of the Ruin King's fine. I'm just surprised you don't have more finish, but I guess you weren't able to farm very much. So maybe work on just picking up some spare CS around the map. I saw one or two opportunities where I think you could have picked up more kills in like cleanup, but overall it's fine. Ardent Sensor on Karma. Yeah, that's fine. You have 3 auto attackers and you have an AoE shield. And you were going towards a second AoE shield. So I like that. I like that, actually. It's not usually what I build on Karma, but in this team comp it makes sense, so props to you. Okay, so unfortunately, guys, there's no point continuing watching this because I get DC'd every 5 seconds, and when I'm not DC'd, there's lag. So hopefully this advice will help some of you out a little bit, and we'll take things from there. I understand this is a problem, but it's not one I can control, so... World of apologies, but we're going to leave it at that. Now, I'm going to close out this. I will take questions in chat, and then I guess we'll switch over. I don't even know. Alright, so do you guys have any final questions in chat? Hey, so you were Karma and you were going to get a Zeke's because our team comp was that a good choice? Wasn't planning on upgrading to Locket. Oh, sorry, you're going Zeke's Herald with a... Yeah, that'd be fine. The question is, though, are you able to make use of it? Karma likes to auto-attack to reset her ult. But... Yeah, I don't know, it would put you in a dangerous position. You don't need the lifesteal, you don't need the AD from it, but it would help your team out greatly. So it's a fine choice, but generally I only really like Zeke's as a niche item on Thresh. Because Thresh, well, he kind of likes some AD. It's not the best, but it works well on him, and the lifesteal is always nice too. On Karma, yeah, you're going to auto-attack a bit, so in this team comp it would make sense. Just make sure that you're not going to overload your CDR though. In this case, you wouldn't, unless you have any from Masteries. Because you have 10% from Frost Queen, 10% from Ardent Sensor, 20% from Zeke's. Yeah, no, it's definitely useful. It's just make sure you don't overload your CDR. Spectate problems. Yeah, there's a ton of spectate problems. We're not really able to do anything.